While everyone was arguing about whether Bad Bunny's Super Bowl viewership numbers were accurate or not, he quietly went ahead and broke a completely different record that nobody saw coming. And this one? No corrections, no disputes, just pure, undeniable dominance. On February 9th, 2026, the day after his Super Bowl LX halftime performance, Bad Bunny had over 180 million streams on Spotify in a single day. That's not just his personal record, that's the biggest streaming day of 2026 for any artist on the entire platform. And here's the kicker, he's the first Latin artist in Spotify history to surpass 100 million monthly listeners. So yeah, the viewership numbers might have been corrected from 135.4 million to 128.2 million. But while everyone was focused on that, Bad Bunny was busy proving something way more important. The Super Bowl performance wasn't just a moment, it was a catalyst that turned streaming records into dust. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. Let's break down what 180 million streams in one day actually means, because that number is so absurd it almost doesn't sound real. That's 180 million individual people, or repeat listeners, choosing to press play on Bad Bunny's music within 24 hours. That's more than half the population of the United States streaming his songs in a single day. That's the equivalent of every person in Mexico plus half of Spain deciding, yeah, I need to hear Bad Bunny right now. For context, most artists would kill for 180 million streams in a month. Bad Bunny did it in one day. The day after the Super Bowl, the day after 128.2 million people, official number, thank you Nielsen, watched him perform. The day after he turned a football field into Puerto Rico and sent a message about unity that transcended language. People didn't just watch the performance and move on, they went straight to Spotify and started streaming everything he's ever made. Here's where this gets interesting and slightly suspicious in the best way possible. Bad Bunny is now the first Latin artist in Spotify history to cross 100 million monthly listeners. Not just active right now, in history, ever. Nobody singing primarily in Spanish has reached this level of sustained global audience on the world's biggest music streaming platform. Think about that for a second. Spotify has existed since 2008, 18 years of streaming data, countless Latin artists, reggaeton legends, Spanish-language pop stars, crossover attempts, collaborative projects with English-speaking artists. None of them hit 100 million monthly listeners. Bad Bunny did. And he did it while singing almost exclusively in Spanish, staying authentically Puerto Rican and refusing to compromise his identity for mainstream appeal. If you're sitting here thinking, wait, how is this even possible when people said language was a barrier and you haven't subscribed yet? Hit that button right now, because what Bad Bunny just proved changes everything we thought we knew about global music consumption, and the implications are massive. So here's what actually happened, and this is where the story gets wild. Bad Bunny performs at the Super Bowl. 128.2 million people watch. The next day, 180 million streams happen. That's not a coincidence. That's not organic growth. That's a direct result of exposure converting into consumption at a rate we rarely see in modern music. Most Super Bowl halftime performers get a streaming bump the next day. It's expected. Usher saw it, Kendrick saw it, Rihanna saw it. But 180 million streams, the biggest streaming day of 2026 so far, that's different. That's not just casual fans checking out the songs they heard during the performance. That's a global audience saying, I need more of this immediately. Here's the part that should make everyone reconsider what actually happened at Super Bowl LX. Maybe the viewership number being fourth all-time instead of first doesn't matter as much as people think. Because while Kendrick Lamar holds the viewership record with 133.5 million, Bad Bunny created more immediate, measurable engagement the day after his performance than anyone else this year. Viewership is passive. You can watch the Super Bowl and never think about the halftime performer again. Streaming is active. It's choosing to seek out an artist's music, pressing play, and engaging with their catalog. 180 million streams means 128.2 million viewers turned into millions of active listeners. That's not just exposure, that's conversion. That's impact that translates directly into sustained success. Bad Bunny's 180 million stream day proves several things that the corrected viewership numbers don't. Proof number 1, the Super Bowl performance didn't just entertain people, it made them fans. You don't get 180 million streams from casual interest, that's passionate engagement. Proof number 2, language genuinely isn't a barrier. He hit 100 million monthly listeners and the biggest streaming day of 2026, singing primarily in Spanish. The audience is global, diverse, and ready to engage regardless of language. Proof number 3, cultural authenticity sells. Bad Bunny didn't water down his Puerto Rican identity or translated songs for broader appeal. He stayed exactly who he is, and the world showed up for it. Proof number 4, the Super Bowl is still the most powerful promotional platform in entertainment. One performance generated more streams in 24 hours than most artists see in months. Proof number 5, Bad Bunny isn't just a Latin artist, he's one of the biggest artists on the planet, period. First Latin artist to 100 million monthly listeners isn't a milestone, it's a statement. Well, people were debating whether 135.4 million or 128.2 million was the real number. Bad Bunny was busy proving that viewership metrics don't tell the whole story. Kendrick Lamar's 133.5 million viewers is the record. That's official, that's confirmed, nobody's disputing it. But did Kendrick generate 180 million streams the day after his performance? Did he become the first artist in his genre to cross a major streaming milestone? Did his Super Bowl appearance translate into the biggest streaming day of the entire year? Those are different questions with different answers, and they suggest that impact might be more complicated than just who had more people watching. Here's what nobody's talking about. Bad Bunny now holds 2 records that are arguably more impressive than viewership. He's the first Latin artist to hit 100 million monthly listeners on Spotify. That's sustained, ongoing engagement from a massive global audience choosing to listen to his music every month. He had the biggest streaming day of 2026 with over 180 million streams. That's immediate conversion from exposure to active engagement at a scale nobody else has matched this year. Those aren't preliminary numbers that might get corrected later. Those are official Spotify metrics that directly measure how many people actively chose to engage with his music. For days, the story was Bad Bunny broke the viewership record. Then it got corrected, and Kendrick keeps his crown. But the real story might be Bad Bunny had the 4th most watched halftime show ever, then converted that exposure into the biggest streaming day of 2026 and became the first Latin artist to cross 100 million monthly listeners. Which story sounds more impressive? Which one represents lasting impact versus momentary exposure? Viewership is what happened during the Super Bowl. Streaming is what happened after people watched. One measures attention, the other measures engagement. Bad Bunny might not have the viewership record, but he's got something potentially more valuable. Proof that his performance created sustained interest that translates into measurable success. 180 million streams in one day. First Latin artist ever to 100 million monthly listeners. Biggest streaming day of 2026 so far. 4th most watched Super Bowl halftime show of all time. Those numbers tell a story about an artist operating at a level of global influence that transcends any single metric. Viewership, streaming, cultural impact, commercial success, Bad Bunny is dominating across every category that actually matters. Bad Bunny's Super Bowl viewership got corrected from a 135.4 million to 128.2 million. Kendrick keeps the record. That's the headline everyone focused on. But while people were arguing about those numbers, Bad Bunny quietly broke Spotify with 180 million streams in a single day and became the first Latin artist in history to surpass 100 million monthly listeners. Maybe the real record was never about who watched. Maybe it was always about who stayed engaged after the performance ended. And by that measure, Bad Bunny's Super Bowl impact might be the biggest one yet. What do you think matters more? Having the most viewers during the performance or generating the most engagement afterward? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell. We're breaking down the real stories behind the numbers with the context that actually matters. Bad Bunny didn't break the viewership record, but he broke Spotify instead. And that might be the bigger achievement.